Today we're going to look at fitting a medal in a standard box frame. This is a World War II British medal, and this is a standard 7x5 box frame. These box frames have 90mm depth inside, so more than enough depth to take the medal. We're going to use a Mylar spider. Now this is a piece of polyester film, clear polyester film, that's been cut to fit the medal face and then have legs which we're going to wrap around the side and use them to fix the medal to the backing board. Now the reason we use this is because it's a non-adhesive fixing, so it won't damage the medal in any way, and obviously for value reasons, it's a much better method of fixing than using sticky pads or any form of fixing that can damage the medal or the ribbon. We're also going to use a small piece offcut to fix the ribbon in position. So, okay, first thing to do, that's after it's wrapping. Get on the back of the frame. We have two backs. We have an outer back, which is a rigid board back, has the fixings attached, and we have an inner back, which is the decorative back to the frame. So I'll take the outer back, just discard that for the time being. Inside we have some sticky pads and some instructions which we don't need, and take out the inner back. So I'll just discard the frame for the time being. So this is the inner back, and on these frames this is a acid neutral back, so it's a conservation quality back, which you need to be careful that you get. And cheaper frames you'll have just very cheap mount board backs, and they have acid in them which might migrate to whatever you're mounting, and you don't want that. So first thing to do is to find the position to put the medal. So that takes a little bit of time, just lining it up. We'll take a tape measure, favourite school ruler, and just place the medal where we want it on the backing. Now when doing this, if it's just going in the middle, that's fine. If you're going to have something underneath, a little bit of description or something like that, then you'd want it a little bit higher. I'll leave room for your description. But we're just going to put this one in the middle. So with a pencil, I'm just going to mark lightly around the medal. So let's make sure it's in the middle. 45, that way a bit. 45, that's good. At the top we've got roughly 40, and at the bottom 40. So I always like a little bit of bottom weighting on mine, so I'm just going to move it over a little bit. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to mark the medal, the ribbon, ever so lightly, where we're going to put the strap. I'm marking this, but we're going to be rubbing these out when we've made the marks. So, and a gentle circle round the medal itself. If you want, you can do that on the back, but it's easy to work on the front actually. So we have a rough outline of where the medal's going to go. So the spider has four legs, and we need to make some slots in the mount board to accept these slots. So again, having done our outside marking, we're now going to do the inside marking for the actual slots. And again, we need to just mark 3mm in from our line, should be okay. So I'm just going to I'm just marking where the intersections of the legs meet the okay, there we go. So now, having got those positions, I'm going to mark the actual cut point, which is about, let's say, about 3mm in from the edge. Okay, and then the same for the medal. Those want to be approximately 2mm in. There. Okay, all that remains now is to make the slits. So here we go. Take a sharp knife, and we need to make some slots for the legs of the spider to run through. The spider's about be 6mm wide, so we need 6mm slots. Take a sharp craft knife, don't work with blunt equipment, and then on the marks we've made, the inner marks, we're going to make a slot, and just cutting right through on each one, making sure we're 6mm wide at least. There we go, let's make it a little bit, make sure they're right through, widen them up a bit so it will slot through easily. That seems pretty good, and whilst we're here we'll do the ones for the strap for the ribbon. Okay, there we go. So, job now, remove the markings with a rubber, and we can proceed to the next step. So the next job is to fit the spider onto the board, and if you've cut your legs with a nice point on, it becomes a lot easier. So get the right spider in the right hole. Okay. And we can get 3 in, and then we have to put the medal in to put the 4th in. So So we've got the 3 spiders in. We just need to fit the medal now, and push the last spider through the hole. There we go. So from the back, take the slack up on the spiders, each one at a time, until we're in the right position. Okay, so one leg of of the spider, take some good quality tape, self-adhesive tape, and just pin one of the legs down. Again. Just take a little bit of fiddling. So once we're happy with those, we'll take a little bit of time adjusting, peeling and adjusting ever so slightly. Then once we've done that, all it remains is to put a strap to hold the ribbon in place, and we're just about done. So I've just threaded that through and make sure that the ribbon sits underneath it, and we'll tighten it up. So there we are, medal mounted securely and without the use of any fixings, any adhesives or anything that will damage the medal. That's the rear. I've got the 4 legs of the spiders and then the 2 to hold the ribbon. All that remains is to put it back in its frame. Take the frame, put it back in. Back on. And she's ready to hang.